and welcome to an all-new Marvelcast, Explosion Network's hub of all things Marvel, a place to talk about everything MCU and beyond, from Avengers and Defenders to Avengers and Avengers. My name's Ashley Hobley, the Explosion Network's resident fourth wall breaker, and joining me today, Ultimate Ciaran Marchant.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Also joining us today, the astonishing Dylan Blight.
Oh, see what you did there. Oh, all right. I'll give it a pass.
You can get a bootleg copy of this in any Asian marketplace near you.
It's a free podcast. Why are you bootlegging a free podcast? It's not a. Fuck's sake, give us the download.
All right, today we're talking about the latest episode of She-Hulk Attorney at Law. Mean green and straight poured into these jeans. She-Hulk discovers Titania owns the name She-Hulk and is suing her for trademark infringement. Did you not see the name of the episode, Dylan?
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Ciaran, what did you think of this week's episode of She-Hulk Attorney at Law?
I think it just continues to follow the kind of the standard that's been set in the last couple of episodes. I don't think it was amazing, but it was good. It was fun to watch. There was some laughs. There was, I still don't get what Titania's deal is or what kind of superpowers she does have or anything about her, really. But, no, it was good. It's good to see more Jen and kind of the more serious struggles that she's going through in terms of the way she's being treated and the differentiation between She-Hulk and Jen.
All right. Dylan, what did you think of this week's episode?
Oh, yeah, I thought this week's was fine. It was sort of a middling, sort of just whatever. I don't think it was anywhere near the heights of Woggers that we got last week. But, it's such a high. You just gotta come down to this. But, yeah, I thought it was fine. We get a little bit more, I guess, at your theory that old mate's the bad guy or whatever. So that's like the standout thing from this episode. Jane gets to make a new friend. That was kind of cool, I guess. Titania was fine. Like, she's a Z-level superhero ripping off a superhero. Z-level villain ripping off a superhero's name. Yeah, I don't know. It was fine. It was fine.
Yeah, I liked the episode. I don't think it was, like, super standout. There's, like, some funny moments and that kind of stuff. And, it does end on a cool moment if you're paying attention. Yeah.
What do you mean by if you were paying attention? It was right there.
I don't know. You could just not be. You could have not noticed what was in the box.
What's in the box?
What is in the box? It's like, what is that yellow thing? I don't know.
Can I say something straight away? No after credit scene.
That was surprising. I was disappointed. She-Hulk disappointed me this week by not having some sort of.
Maybe they just considered that moment to be equivalent to what an after credit scene is, and it'd be weird to have one after it.
No. You know what I was expecting the after credit scene to be? Her assistant or whatever waiting in line for the Iron Man shoes.
That would have been cool. But did you get a close look at the artwork in the end credits?
No, because I clicked skip. I was like, skip.
Why would you do such a thing?
Because I was trying to finish it in time for 7 o'clock so I could watch the Xbox conference.
There was an Xbox. Well, nobody cares about Xbox.
Yeah, not in this podcast. Fuck video games. Am I right?
No, just specifically fuck Xbox.
All right, fuck Xbox.
But yeah, if you go and have a look at that, the artwork for that, he's got the Iron Man 3s, which he talks about in the episode. But in the background, there's a bunch of other themed shoes.
You got the Deadpool 7s.
Yeah, and there's like the Cyclops.
You got the Cyclops 8s.
I don't think every single pair of shoes has got a number in it.
You got the Triton 9s. You got the Hulk 27s. You got the Spider-Man 1s. You got the Moon Knight 11s. What else we got here?
But Black Panther shoes.
He's got the Thing 88s.
Yeah.
So I'm taking that as. Does that mean the Thing's already in this universe? Like, is that what that's trying to say?
It could be. I mean, it could just be fan.
Well, it's also saying that Cyclops is already in this universe.
That's true, yeah. So I think this is fan art.
This
isn't canon.
This isn't canon. I don't think the drawn stills in the credits of She-Hulk are canon.
Okay. Good.
As much as I would like to believe that her boss was drinking She-Hulk Booty Booster. She like get a nice round, but
I would have believed that. So
so we open this week's episode with Jen having to deal with Titania using her name to spruik a line of beauty products, culminating in her cousin Chet bursting into her place, asking Jen to sign a bunch of She-Hulk merchandise, and Jen having to explain that she has nothing to do with this, and Chet having to explain how trademarks work.
I say, for somebody who was recently attacked in the streets, doesn't have very good security. He just kind of barged his way in.
And she's not very concerned about, or her dad is just not very good at putting new locks on doors. You know what I mean? It's one or the other.
You don't need locks in America when you got guns.
So it turns out this isn't good for her job. Her boss is like, hey, we hired She-Hulk to be the face of this company, and we can't have her having all these booty products and crazy billboards and shit. So she goes to visit Titania at some like meet and greet thing that she's running with Nikki. She's selling all sorts of shit under the name of She-Hulk. Lots of different slightly different variations of beauty products. And Jen's tells Titania in Jen form, to stop doing it. And, Titania. One note I'll say straight away, it's weird hearing Jamil with American accent.
Yeah, it is weird. I also found this quite odd. So
Yeah,
I
I
used to
thought so.
heard normal British accent, so...
Yeah. It's fine. It works for the character. But it's just weird hearing that voice coming out of that person.
Yes, it is odd. She's expanding her acting range.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Mallory Brooke is appointed to be Jen's lawyer, and they said about, countersuing Titania for the rights to the name She-Hulk. Meanwhile, Pug has come and asked Nikki for a favor to help him buy two pairs of the new Iron Man 3s, which are only one per person. She says she'll do it for her favor, to get some clothes for Jen, because we've been complaining about her not looking great in that suit for several weeks.
That was my favorite scene in this episode.
Them pairing up, it's great.
Yeah, just the whole conversation, to knocking on that dude's door, everything like that. Him being like, all right, I got you. Yeah. She's like, I'm letting you off the or whatever she says.
Let you off without interest.
Interest, yeah. It's like, let you off interest. She's like, okay, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So they go. He's got a contact in the fashion world. The broker, the drip broker.
He knows a guy.
Yeah. So they go about that. They come across this bootleg. He sells
superhero clothes.
So he sells superhero clothes.
Technically, they were never lied to.
They were never lied to. Yeah. And Pug was really loved that the Thor and the Thor hammer and the Captain America shield. And they did get the contact for the actual superhero clothing guy. But, they had to be decked out in a bunch of bootleg Avengers outfits. So they come across... What's his name? Luke Jacobson, a fashion designer who specializes in superhero suits. They lie about She-Hulk's, involvement and how high of a standing she has to get an appointment. Meanwhile, in the court case, hey, you never wanted to be called She-Hulk, so, whatever. It doesn't matter if we've got the name for it. And they have to argue that, she accepted the name She-Hulk in her own personal life. It's interesting, small moments throughout the season so far that will be pulled back to be referenced in this. Of course, that all comes together at how they figure out the case. So they see, what's his name? John Bass, Todd, in meeting with Mallory in the offices, and that's when, Jen goes, "Hey, I've got this dating profile and all these terrible dates where I pretended I was She-Hulk with these people on these dates, proving that, I accepted the name She-Hulk before." Titania claimed it, so, the court just is they have to call up a bunch of bad date witnesses.
Connects again.
Absolutely. It was super sad, seeing that guy, older pediatrician oncologist dude, just break Jen's heart again, kind of. Saying it's kind of a weird thing where, the monster version of somebody is the version that people are more attracted to, but the normal version is not their type.
As I said last week, like, that dude is he's got like a power dynamic thing going on.
Yeah.
She's not really my type, but She-Hulk.
Really
Meow.
Meow. We had a connection.
It's
kind of weird, yeah.
The connection was between my legs and her legs. Wow.
I don't think he said anything like that.
I think that's quote for quote.
I feel like that
think
goes
if you go
well
back
beyond Disney.
No,
and
I think if you went back and watched it, you would.
I'm pretty
Like,
sure
he
the
said it with
judge
his
would throw
eyes,
them
maybe.
out.
Order in the court,
Yeah. So they finally, give the court just. I don't know what's the word. They find in She-Hulk's favor, Jen's favor, and Titania has to cease all production of all her terrible beauty products. Yeah.
But she says,
"Ugh,
this isn't over.
This
bitch."
isn't over." I don't know. It's interesting. This is a Titania character. She's clearly some sort of over the top influencer in the vein of Kim Kardashian. I guess maybe
She kicked
lower
down
rent,
a wall.
I guess.
She's hey.
She kicked down a wall. Who is this woman?
I mean, I think she was a big influencer before she kicked down the wall.
Yeah.
But how did she get her powers? What powers are they?
We're
Is she just strong?
wait. We've got another
She
4
fell into a-
episodes
she
of
fell
the
into a-
Titania origin story.
She fell into a pit of acid. What the fuck are you doing?
She's really strong. That's a terrible answer to why. How'd she get her powers? She's just strong.
I was trying to think what influencer I was going to tie to, but I can't remember her name. It's the girl who started that con. Starts with T.
Is it Tana?
Tana, yeah, her.
Is
That's
she
who
the
it is.
one
That's it.
that's currently in the news about she's rebirthed the queen?
No. That's no. You're thinking of Trisha Paytas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
My
a
bad.
whole other kettle of fish. You don't. Yeah, there was an influencer that is kind of off the rails that had a baby minutes after the Queen died, and so they called it Elizabeth, and they think that it's the reincarnation of the Queen.
I hope you can hear the disappointment in Dylan's body, because, you just need a moment's silence. Yeah. So, Mallory and Jen hang out for a bit. Mallory says, Jen, you deserve better than those creepy weirdos we had in that courtroom who you met on your dating profile. Yeah. Fun ending. Of course, we just end with Jen getting clothes. We don't see any of the clothes. She's obviously getting a suit. And, he makes her something else that we don't see. That she's like, oh, I'll never wear this. And she's like, yeah, just say thank you. And then he's like, why is this yellow helmet that has horns on it just sitting around here completely uncovered? And the box says, pick up.
It's a breach of fucking privacy is what it is.
It is.
Did they not have a customer client fucking, privilege act?
Yeah. I wonder how many people he's actually making costumes for.
Everyone.
But he's an exclusive list.
Yeah.
How much is he charging?
The thing is, though,
he's getting a lot of employees.
Couple of things, right? One, the box says gift on it. Because I find it extremely hard for me to believe / understand that Matt Murdock has gone to this person for a costume.
Maybe he's trying to get in, you know?
I don't feel... Nah.
He's
I
like,
find it
check
very
out how
hard
good
to-
my work is. Look at how beautiful it looks, Matt Murdock.
I wonder who ordered it
Make-
for him then.
Look at
If
how
it's a-
good
if-
this looks, Daredevil. It's funny because he's blind. He can't see his yellow. It's not his usual color scheme. Alright, anything else you feel like we need to discuss from this episode?
Nah.
Yeah, kind of
Finally, a week
enjoyable, but
I guess even without the Daredevil helmet, like, there was no cameos this week.
I know.
No Wong. That's why I was average.
No.
It is a little bit of a letdown not to have any Madison or Wongers. Especially after Madison kind of blew up this week.
Wongers!
Everybody loves Madison.
Madison with 2 ends, but there's no way you
No,
think.
It's 2 N's, 1
It's-
Y.
I was
It's
gonna
not what you
say-
think.
No way you think.
Alright, let us know what you thought of this week's episode of She-Hulk by going to explosion.com/Twitter, or you can jump into Discord at explosion.com/Discord. If you want to help us out here at All New Marvelcast, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or on Podchaser. Leave us 5 stars. Anywhere you can leave 5 stars. Let people know about the #1 Australian-made MCU podcast on the internet. And if you like this episode, thought it was worth $1, head on over to our Ko-fi page at explosion.com/support. Alright, make sure you watch next week's episode of She-Hulk. Join us next time for another All New Marvelcast.